Why, hello. Hello, hi, it is me. It is I. Small Town Didi, you're a Khadi on these rare internets. Akastracha and Bakalo, yellow. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let your people know about me. You all, I am scouring the internet for something that is scratching my brain so I can talk to you guys, and there's nothing. But then I remember a little bit ago, and I hope I can go back and find it. This lady posted, I think she's a stay-at-home wife. It's a role that she's growing into. It's not necessarily something she ever aspired to or anything like that, but she's making the best of that situation, and she shares bits of her life with us, and sometimes she asks us these questions that get her comment sections going and stuff, and it gets to be very interesting. And on this particular day, she had asked us if you as a married couple, and she's young, so I'm going to assume she's asking newlyweds or younger couples who are married, if they invite people over to their homes. Like, are friends allowed to come over to your home?
Hey wifeys, I hope you guys are doing well. So wifeys, I just want to ask you this, name, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer to this, but I'm just curious to know, do you guys let your friends or allow your friends to come over your place, or are you mindful of your space? Are you mindful of the energies you bring to your house, or it's really not that deep? And the reason why I'm asking this is because there's this couple, actually two couples that we love so much. My husband and I love these people, and if there's anything that I've seen is that they hardly ever meet with people at their places. I know they go to restaurants with them, they go out with them, but it's never, hey man, come over my place, kind of thing. So I was just wondering and just wanted to actually pick up your brains or your mind and see, you guys do it.
When I read it at first, I was like, that's silly. Like, okay. Then I opened the comments. I'm like, oh, not silly. Not silly. That's a sacred place. Girl's a fucking house. Get out of here. And the bank owns it. People, it's a sacred thing. I don't invite people over here. We only meet out in public places and restaurants. Why should people come? I was shocked. I was like, and there were people who were also shocked, as in like, wait, when you were growing up, your parents' friends weren't coming over? I feel like a lot of you are so convinced that people want your lives. And you guys, I'm not saying that there aren't people, but why do you have people like that in your lives, and why are you even meeting up with them at restaurants? That shit is weird. Right? I feel like a lot of you, in an effort to protect this thing that is more sacred to you, which is marriage, is fine. People can feel how they want about that institution. I don't think it's that deep. And all of that stuff, it's giving that you're going to isolate yourself a little bit. And I found it to be very strange that it's like, guys, and it's us, millennials, it's us. Like, guys, it's us. Like, we are the ones who are talking about there being a lack of community. We're the ones looking to form community through social media, like community in a very practical sense, guys. I've seen young wives start groups with other young wives on the internet. Like, hey, I'm in this area. I want to make friends with other people who are like young wives as well. I'm like, where are the people who are always in your life? These are supposed to be organic relationships that just come about. Like, maybe, I don't know, social media, the new organic thing. It's like we are lacking community, and we're also the same people who say we're not inviting people into our homes. And then we're like, how come nobody's ever there for each other? If I'm ever just linking up with you at a restaurant all the time, like, then okay, my thing is like, okay, maybe we're not cool like that. Especially, I don't have my own home right now. It makes sense, right? But it's like, I have my own home. You have your own home. I never come over for a cup of tea. So when am I going to come over when you have problems? Because these are the same people who are like, yeah, and you don't ever do parties at your house, which is fine. I hate the cleanup of that shit after. But just like friends can't come over. My chat is like, why are you hanging out with people who you think will harm you? Why are you even linking up with them at restaurants? If you can't have this person in your home, why are you even still entertaining them in any capacity? There's a lot of oh, it's not a playground. It's sacred. y'all really think you're doing something. Guys, and I'm not talking about, I saw a lot of people saying I don't like unannounced people. I don't like unannounced people as a single person living in my parents' home, bitch. It's not that conversation. It's a very particular conversation that she's having here. And then it made me think of this young lady who spoke about being in, like, the way she is, how she shows up. She feels like she's incompatible with South African men. I did a video on her video, and that a TikTok that she had posted. And she recently spoke about, like, being the single friends and how when people get married, or how married friends start to treat you.
You guys, I've been sitting with this for a while. Like, I've been so scared to talk about it because it is a potentially contentious issue. And as a person who's been single for a very long time, I know I'm going to get in hot waters for this. But there's a carelessness that people in relationships, even people who are married, have towards their married friends or their single friends. It's almost as if you guys can just be reckless in how you talk to us. You can do so anyhow because, you don't understand what it's like being, partnered up or being married. I need to protect this at all costs. To a point where the person who's married is even suspicious of your interactions with their partner. And I'm like, why are we friends if you're even going to be suspecting me of this? You know what I mean? It's not my fault that your other friends have maybe backstabbed you in a particular way, but I'm not trying to come after your man, babe. Like, guys, there's this suspicion about, you let your friend talk with your man like that or hug them, or it bothers me so much because it doesn't just end there. It affects other areas of our lives. It limits the level of connection that you can have with your friend, firstly. But I've also seen how it can worm its way in professional settings where, because I'm single, I don't have a long-term partner, I'm not married, I don't have kids, people are suspicious that I might be making moves at so-and-so, you know what I mean? Even to a point where women are accused of getting on top because they've slept with a man, which isn't always the case, you know what I mean? I would even argue that in most cases, those are just baseless rumors that have become regurgitated long enough for it to stick. I don't think that's okay.
Because in the comments, there was a lot of, my single friends can't come over, my married friends can. Married people have affairs. Everybody at work who starts an affair with a co-worker, well, not everybody, but you know what I mean. A lot of the people who starts an affair with a co-worker, usually both are married. Like, the things you guys put in place, thinking you're doing nothing, thinking you're protecting something, you're doing nothing. And it does come down to that thing of Ebalilaya telling you to, if you're not married, you can't continue to be in community with single people. I think that is some of the silliest shit I've ever heard. Some of the silliest shit I've ever heard. So what, you think that a married person is like they qualify to come into the sacred space of yours because in your mind, they understand how the space should be treated, or they're less likely to do something to you because they too have a partner, but they want yours, Lala. So whatever protection you think that is, this did not make sense to me. We are not allowed to cry about not having community if we are constantly doing things and putting things in place to shut people out and only want to bring people closer to us when we need assistance with something. That just means you're a user. You are in community. You have, what are you guys calling friends? I'm starting to think like the depth that I feel for the people I call friends, the love and care that I have for these people, how I consider them, I'm starting to think other people don't feel that way. Like, people have people they're doing life with in search of, while they're in search, and then they find their husband. It's usually women. They find their husband and it's like, oh, let's fine, y'all can go now. I now have this man that I need to hyper focus on and laser in on and all of that stuff, and everything else can fall away. I think some of this advice is coming from people who don't have the depths of friendship that some of us have. And I've started to realize that maybe I don't need to be like saying to people, oh, but if that's your friend, people don't value their friends like that. I've also recently come to terms with the fact that some of the friends in my life that I had, now that they married, they've taken on these ideas as well, where it's like they'll half-ass shit with you. You feel them half-assing it, and then you will see them put an effort where they want to put it. And then you realize that, oh, it's not that they don't have it in them, the capacity to put an effort, because you see them doing it with the new people that come by way of this husband. It's that they now feel like you can fall away. You served your purpose. I now have my husband. This is the thing. It's not a competition where I'm like, we're comparing like, your husband can come first or your children, but that's silly. I'm never having that conversation. I just refuse to be put on the back burner because you're fucking married. Like, within reason, things are going to change and dynamics are going to change. But if we were the type of friends where we would go out to lunches, or sometimes you're like, no, just come over to mine, I'll be cooking. And now all of a sudden I'm still single and I can't come over. Like, do you still get to come over to my place? What if you're miserable in your little fucking marriage and you want to bring that shit over here to my single home? Y'all take yourselves a little too seriously in these little setups. Like, you really rate yourselves a little. Like, in these comments, my single friends cannot. Married people are allowed to come over. I understand that we're a generation of people, like, as a whole, even the single people, it's like we hate phone calls, right? We just need our space. That's a different chat, you guys. That is a different chat. Marriage is not this thing that needs to, or relationships of any sort, in my experience, don't flourish in a vacuum. Like, you don't strengthen them by not having other people around and having community. Like, it doesn't work like that. You need people to carry you. We need each other to carry each other. So for you to say that your home is off limits to me, but you're saying I'm your friend, no, the fuck I'm not. One of my very good friends lived down the road from us, like further down the road. And when I used to be a going out girl, I'd be out on Saturdays, and she's the type to cook on Sundays. She knows I'd be there. Okay, her husband knew I would be there. Like, it's Sunday, I'm there. She's feeding me. She's trying to get my babalas. First of all, me and her husband, okay? Because we'd both be babalas, okay? Then he'd leave us, and then we would be just left on, and I would leave so late in the evening. The kids would be taking their baths. It was like a little cute little routine we had going on. She would have had like adult company for the afternoon. Didn't have to just chill with the kids and whatever. But sometimes we'd play with makeup, with this cute little makeup date that we did in the comfort of her home, where I felt very comfortable to be there. I can't imagine her telling me that, no, friend, let's go meet at the tavern. She's not even that type of bitch. She's really not. Just, but it's like, I can't imagine her saying, I can't come over to our house, guys. Maybe it's just, I'm telling you, the women given this type of advice are women who don't have deep relationships with other women. They have not invested. There is no way you're going to discard of your friends like this if you're saying that's really your friend. Those are some bitches you were stringing along until you found your man, girl. Those aren't your friends. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. And this is not, it's not to say that some of you have not in real life experienced a shift in your dynamic when you get married and your friend isn't married, and this thought to, especially if that person also wants marriage and they're like, why isn't it happening for me? And especially if I understand that those situations exist, but why are you keeping that person then? Why are you keeping that person and continuing to call them a friend? I want to say to each, her own, but not really. This one is not making sense to me, guys. Maybe I'm being extra sensitive because, I'm the single girl. Most of my friends are married. Like, what do you mean? My friend who just had her grad, like some videos back, I was recording. I'm like, oh, I'm in her car, blah, 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 blah. She's up in the house. I slept over at her, and it's not even the first time. I've slept over in their home, their marital home where they have kids. I'm all the time. If I ever need to go somewhere now and I know she has a home there, right? And she's with her husband and whomever, he'd think it's weird that it's what do you mean? Like, she's the aunt to our kids. Like, she's always, what do you mean? Like, when we need her, she's always there. When we're happy, she shows up. Why is this person not allowed in our home? He'd be like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, that's what I'm saying. There's no way those are your actual friends, my babe. There's no way. And a lot of women, because of our upbringing and stuff, and because like we're taught that we're in competition with other women and things like that, we have this thing around friendship where the depth is going to lack. Even if I've been friends with you from the time we were little, I was journeying with you until I found a man, and I knew that. It's a certain type of conditioning, and it's like, once I find this man, I don't need to be considerate of you or make room for you in my new life. Then the new life does fuck out eventually. Now you want to start ringing people. Be like, oh my God, I'm Gani. I haven't seen you so long on purpose. You did that on purpose. And now you need me. This is why I said then you're not in community with people. You're a user. That's what you are. You're going to meet me at a restaurant, bitch. We've been on this journey. Now some man has come along and now you're... And then give aside, you guys. It also doesn't make sense. Like another commenter was saying, my husband's people don't come around, so I don't see why my friends... What kind of... Is he a person who had those friendships before you came here? Because chances are you are with an introvert who never made like strong bonds with people to begin with. Why are you throwing away the relationships you had because he didn't have them? He doesn't have them. They don't get to come over, so your friends can come over. He doesn't have people to come over, my babe. Again, not with the unannounced. Like, don't show up in my life unannounced. That shit pisses me the fuck off. Don't do it. Because I'm thinking about this. I'm like, this is not making sense. I've had like, my mom's friends have come over to all the time growing up. It's like, oh, Mama Mang is here. Mama Mang is here. And then you hear your mom laugh. And like, she has her friend there. And they're just being girls. And it's a kiki, you know. Or... there's a function this side and that friend doesn't live this side and it's a mutual friend of theirs and they're attending the wedding the next day, so that friend comes over, she sleeps over and they get ready together in the morning and they go. Which homes were you guys in where your parents' people weren't coming over? Which homes, or is it those homes where, you know, the other parent was not there and now you're listening to other people tell you what a marriage is supposed to look like and you're isolating yourself and pushing people away? Because guys, there's no such. Like, your home can be and has been, my home has been a resource for family and also for friends. Like, I don't get it, guys. I really wish my brain could just, I don't get it. I've told you guys that in as much as like we had to like live out, when things happen, they have to come to the hospital. We're closest to the hospital. They need somewhere to lay their head and things like that. That's what I'm saying, like in terms of it being a resource and things like that for people who need it. Like like you there's a friend right in our area. There's too many people over at that home. You are a friend, you're a relative, you're a like, what do you mean people weren't coming? Like, y'all take your little marriages too seriously. And looking at the stats, it's not that fucking deep. You're getting divorced anyway. Did you see the numbers? Half of y'all are making it out. You're doing this for what? Me personally, if you're the type of friend who's going to start doing this shit because I'm the one who's not married and blah, 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 you can't circle back with me, bitch. I take friendship so seriously. That shit would cut me. That shit would hurt me. So no way you can circle back, ma. But that's all. I really want to know if I'm being sensitive, you guys. Because like today's one of those, like, I just need to give y'all a video type of day. But I really have sat and thought with it. I'm like, maybe I don't understand because I don't want this institution. I don't understand the mental stuff that people have when they go into it, and that this protecting it thing that they have. I don't get it. Like, it really, I don't get it. So I'm like, is it me? Is it because I don't want it and I don't get it that I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? But also seeing how my married friends and they like spouses receive me, this is still not making sense. It's still not making sense. There are some people whose homes I feel like I wouldn't be comfortable going. Like people of mine who are married, who I'm like, I don't think I'd be comfortable in your home because your person is fucking standoffish.